UEFA Champions League winners list from 1956 to 2026. 1956. Real Madrid launched a dynasty by defeating Stade de Reims 4-3 in the very first European Cup final. 1957. Real Madrid retained the trophy with a 2-0 victory over Fiorentina. 1958. Real Madrid made it 3 in a row after edging Milan 3-2. 1959. Real Madrid continued their dominance by beating Stade de Reims 2-0. 1960. Real Madrid completed 5 straight titles with a legendary 7-3 triumph over Eintracht Frankfurt. 1961. Benfica ended Real Madrid's reign by defeating Barcelona 3-2. 1962. Benfica defended their crown with a thrilling 5-3 win over Real Madrid. 1963. Milan captured European glory by beating Benfica 2-1. 1964. Inter Milan claimed their first title with a 3-1 victory over Real Madrid. 1965. Inter Milan successfully defended the trophy by edging Benfica 1-0. 1966. Real Madrid returned to the summit by defeating Partizan 2-1. 1967. Celtic became the first British champions after a 2-1 win over Inter Milan. 1968. Manchester United made history with a 4-1 victory over Benfica. 1969. Milan overwhelmed Ajax 4-1 to lift the trophy. 1970. Feyenoord became the first Dutch champions by defeating Celtic 2-1. 1971. Ajax began their golden era with a 2-0 win over Panathinaikos. 1972. Ajax retained the title after beating Inter Milan 2-0. 1973. Ajax completed a famous three-peat with a 1-0 victory over Juventus. 1974. Bayern Munich defeated Atletico Madrid 4-0 in the replay after the first final ended 1-1. 1974-75. Bayern Munich successfully defended their crown by beating Leeds United 2-0. 1976. Bayern Munich secured a third straight title with a 1-0 win over Saint-Étienne. 1977. Liverpool captured their first European Cup by defeating Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1. 1978. Liverpool retained the trophy with a 1-0 victory over Club Brugge. 1979. Nottingham Forest shocked Europe by beating Malmö FF 1-0. 1979-80. Nottingham Forest defended their title with another 1-0 victory, this time against Hamburg. 1981. Liverpool reclaimed the European crown with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Real Madrid. 1982. Aston Villa reached the pinnacle of European football by defeating Bayern Munich 1-0. 1983. Hamburg stunned Juventus with a narrow 1-0 triumph. 1984. Liverpool lifted their 4th European Cup after defeating Roma on penalties following a 1-1 draw. 1985. Juventus captured their first European Cup with a 1-0 victory over Liverpool. 1986. Steaua Bucharest made history by defeating Barcelona on penalties after a goalless final. 1987. Porto produced a memorable comeback to beat Bayern Munich 2-1. 1988. PSV won their first European title by overcoming Benfica on penalties after a 0-0 draw. 1989. Milan dominated Steaua Bucharest with a commanding 4-0 victory. 1990. Milan successfully defended the trophy by defeating Benfica 1-0. 1991. Red Star Belgrade claimed European glory by beating Marseille on penalties after a scoreless final. 1992. Barcelona captured their first European Cup with a 1-0 victory over Sampdoria. 1993, Marseille became the first French club to win the competition by defeating Milan 1-0. 1994, Milan produced one of the greatest final performances ever, crushing Barcelona 4-0. 1995, Ajax returned to the summit of Europe with a 1-0 victory over Milan. 1996, Juventus defeated Ajax on penalties after a dramatic 1-1 draw. 1997, Borussia Dortmund secured their first European crown with a 3-1 victory over Juventus. 1998, Real Madrid ended a 32-year wait for European glory by beating Juventus 1-0. 1999, Manchester United completed a historic treble with a dramatic 2-1 comeback win over Bayern Munich. 2000, Real Madrid claimed their 8th European title by defeating Valencia 3-0. 2001, Bayern Munich overcame Valencia on penalties after a tense 1-1 draw. 2002, Real Madrid lifted their 9th European crown with a 2-1 victory over Bayer Leverkusen. 2003, Milan defeated Juventus on penalties after a goalless all-Italian final. 2004, Porto shocked Europe under Jose Mourinho by beating Monaco 3-0. 2005, Liverpool completed the miracle of Istanbul by defeating Milan on penalties after recovering from 3-0 down to draw 3-3. 2006, Barcelona came from behind to defeat Arsenal 2-1 and claim their 2nd European crown. 2007, Milan gained revenge for Istanbul by beating Liverpool 2-1 in Athens. 2008, Manchester United defeated Chelsea on penalties after a dramatic 1-1 draw in Moscow. 2009, Barcelona completed a historic treble with a 2-0 victory over Manchester United. 2010, Inter Milan secured a famous treble by defeating Bayern Munich 2-0. 2011, Barcelona produced a masterclass performance to beat Manchester United 3-1 at Wembley. 2012, Chelsea won their first European title by defeating Bayern Munich on penalties after a thrilling 1-1 draw. 2013, Bayern Munich claimed an all-German final by beating Borussia Dortmund 2-1. 2014, Real Madrid achieved La Décima with a 4-1 extra-time victory over Atletico Madrid. 2015, Barcelona completed another treble by defeating Juventus 3-1 in Berlin. 2016, Real Madrid edged city rivals Atletico Madrid on penalties after a 1-1 draw. 2017, Real Madrid became the first club of the modern era to successfully defend the title by beating Juventus 4-1 at Wembley. 2018, Real Madrid completed an unprecedented three-peat with a 3-1 victory over Liverpool. 2019, Liverpool claimed their 6th European crown by defeating Tottenham Hotspur 2-0. 2020, Bayern Munich completed a perfect European campaign with a 1-0 victory over Paris Saint-Germain. 2021, Chelsea defeated Manchester City 1-0 to win their 2nd Champions League title. 2022, Real Madrid captured a record-extending 14th European crown with a 1-0 win over Liverpool. 2023, Manchester City secured their first Champions League trophy by defeating Inter Milan 1-0. 2024, Real Madrid won their 15th European title with a 2-0 victory over Borussia Dortmund. 2025, Paris Saint-Germain finally captured their first Champions League crown in emphatic style by thrashing Inter Milan 5-0. 2026, Paris Saint-Germain successfully defended their title by defeating Arsenal 4-3 on penalties after a dramatic 1-1 draw. And that's the complete story of every UEFA Champions League winner from 1956 to 2026. Which champion was the greatest of all time? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more football history and countdowns here on Football Inside Zone. Thanks for watching.